talking to the Sportsnet people on the bench and them just treating us like regular people. Like
Dobson coming right up to us. They wanted to get interviewed by us more than Sportsnet.
Because you're gonna ask some dumb questions.
Yeah.
That's why.
What
you were out there with that.
Dude, you don't know this
Man, that was the most. That might be the most
That's
legendary
hilarious.
high button
We
thing.
risked everything.
We were just down there. We didn't really know what to do, man. Because
we weren't even down there first.
No, not
we were,
yet. But earlier with the Sportsnet guys, we went out. It was like a before everyone was there kind of thing. It was like a meet and greet, and you go to get signed in and stuff. So we were just out on the bench when they happened to be out there. And when you're not going to be out there with people in a confined space and not talk, especially at Sportsnet, man. I've been watching Sportsnet my whole goddamn life. Except for when we didn't have cable, so that's your fault, Johnny. But but the interview, man, we were down there. It was like kind of, we could videotape from up top, but Sportsnet owned the broadcasting rights, right? But broadcasting rights to us, number one, we weren't told, or that we can remember. Number two, I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Broadcasting rights. Then why are we here? But anyways, we were just kind of like,
we were debating with ourselves.
Yeah,
like
do we do this? And so we were go out on the bench.
In warm-up. Thousands of people in the stands. Mooseheads versus Rouen, first game. Like, we belong nowhere near the
Nor
bench.
were we allowed out there, turns out.
Bright red bench. Laws, like, legal, like,
And we're out there in red puff vests.
And we're up on the big screen, too. Like, at one point I look up, and it's just me and dudes with the rigged red vest on, like... All right, Hanem, we're here at Memorial Cup. Friends, family in attendance. How does it feel to be here right now?
It's exciting. Game one is always exciting, and it's nice to do it here in Halifax.
What's the game plan going against Guelph? You haven't played this team before. What's the coach saying in the room right now?
Yeah, exactly. We never played them before, so we just have to worry about ourselves, play our game, and I'm sure we'll do fine.
All right, thanks for your time. We'll see you out there.
See ya.
All right, so Dobson, second time at the Memorial Cup. I'm sure the boys are looking for you to lead the way here. What's the message in the room that you're giving them?
I think just don't go out there nervous, play fun, enjoy the moments. Biggest stage in junior hockey, have fun with it, and get off to a good start.
How's your time in Halifax been so far? Are you enjoying the city?
Yeah, no, it's obviously a great city in the Maritimes. Being back close to home is awesome, so I'm excited to be here for the next couple weeks, and hoping to get a few wins here.
All right, thank you for your time. Have a good luck. All right, let's get...
You had a red vest on?
Yeah, baby.
We stood out.
Weren't you trying to blend in?
No, but
Why
here's
would
the
you wear
thing.
red
No, you're
vests?
not trying to blend in that scenario. You want to, because what are people going to be? Oh, those are the guys from the red vests. They're going to remember that. It's memorable. Even if it's good or bad, it's good marketing.
And like the whole
You should get
time,
that
so
quoted.
here's the thing: we go out, we do it. Like it's the quickest. We're probably out there for 5 minutes, but you feel like you're out there for 30 seconds. It's the most nerve-wracking thing in the world.
But you are electrified after.
The day before, we're on Spring Garden Road interviewing homeless people. The next day, we're in Scotiabank Center interviewing
Noah
Dobson, the number 1 draft pick for the New York Islanders, who end up playing in New York the next year. And so we do it. We go back behind the curtain. We're high-fiving. We're hugging. We're like,
we went down the tunnel like we shared first star.
Just like,
it
doesn't
like
matter.
we were fired up.
That's funny.
So our biggest mistake was we went and edited it in the media room. So the head media guy creeped behind our shoulders, saw the footage, tapped us, and was just like, never again.
I thought he was kidding. I turned around and I was like, haha, like, yeah, right. Like, I'm still like buzzing from it.
What
Because
he
we had to
said-
think of the questions beforehand. You can't choke while you're out there, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what do you mean? So you saw the footage and you just said
yeah, like
never
because
again?
Sportsnet had the broadcast rights to only interview on the bench during warm-up.
That was their zone.
Like TSN couldn't do it. Global couldn't do it. Eastlink couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And we just didn't know. We were so young and
Nor
naive.
did we care.
Or care. I
How
cared
did
a
you
little.
get to the downtown or the part below?
Because we had
anyway?
media
Oh,
Oh, okay,
passes.
you just didn't have bench, obviously.
Yeah.
And
Small dogs.
And then I remember we were like so that was day 1 of the Memorial Cup, I think. Day 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And that tournament's a week and a bit. So the whole rest of the week we had a target on our back, especially with those red vests, and people were just looking at us.
We made our own
Really?
beds. We made our own beds.
but lesson
So you
learned.
should have
But here's the thing.
ran out of there like right away and edited at home. Or
Well,
something,
they would have found out anyways once we put it out. Like we asked him, we're like, well, can we put the footage out? And he's like, no, but just do it after the tournament. And there was another decision where I just said, fuck, no, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
And you just posted
It's just
it.
it's too good of footage. Not
It was
to
a big
do.
moment. Whether it was big for
And then-
other people
yeah.
looking at us, it was big for us.
And we had a meeting with the guy after, and I apologized and I explained our situation, and he was really cool. Like, because I wrote an article about it, because it was the most exciting. Like, You know when you're on a
really?
roller coaster and you're at the top and you're going down and like it was just like that feeling.
Man, like yeah, like
So
it really was.
So you wrote an article about like
So
the
I
whole
wrote
thing.
Whoa! He wrote a blog.
I wrote a blog, whatever, about the experience and me being naive again, not thinking anyone would read it. Somehow the CHL found it, sent it over to the head guy that's running the Memorial Cup. Me and dudes are shooting pucks like idiots over in the Fan Fest. I get an email from the head guy that's
I
running
had the record though.
I get an email from the guy that's running the Memorial Cup, and he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you about this article." And like,
Because didn't you saying it like it's better to ask for forgiveness than
yeah,
permission?
Yeah, I said that. And
Oh.
that's not a good look.
Good quote, but bad
Because
luck.
I apologized to
Bad
him.
timing.
I
Yeah.
apologized to his face. I'm like, I'm sorry. But in my head, I was just like, no, we did it.
What was he saying? Was he
Well,
like?
so here's the thing.
"You'll
I go
never
back.
work in this
I go
business
back.
again"?
I go back to the
Kinda.
Scotiabank Center, and he's there. And this is the worst part about it. I go back to this. Remember, so
you were like,
before-
should I go back?
Like me and dudes were thinking, like he had to convince me to man up. Like I was thinking of just like not going back. I was just like, dudes, I'm going home. I'm not facing this guy. And we were sitting there in the convention center, and it came down to, okay, the worst thing that happens is he says you can't come back. The best case scenario is we can stay, but just don't mess up again. And it took me like an hour to sit there with dudes and like kind of like, okay, I'm just going to do it. Like hands shaking. This is a big deal. Like I remember, so the worst part about it all is that I go back, I man up, and he talks to me in front of the whole media crew. It's in the media room at lunch break. So Sportsnet's there, like Colby Armstrong, Caroline Cameron,
yeah.
like Tara Salone, like, Mavs. Like Mavs
Yeah.
back then before I didn't know him. Like, just,
Kenzu.
like there's a lot of media crew there that you don't know that you're trying to gain these people's respect.
Yeah.
And it's lunchtime. And he pulls me over to a side and he starts talking to me and in front of everyone. And I'm just like, do you want to just kind of go over here and talk? And he goes, no, we discuss now. And it starts out a slow demeanor. We're talking to each other. I'm explaining our situation. And, a couple minutes go by, the voices go up. He goes, you disrespected me. Because I kind of did disrespect him. I apologized for
You
him.
did, though.
I did, and I apologized. But as soon as I acknowledged I was in the wrong, I stopped playing in that gray area and was just straight with them, black and white. And I go, look, this is my company, High Button Sports. We have to play the role of the underdog here at the Memorial Cup. So for us to go onto the bench, do that interview, that is gigantic for us. We're not Sportsnet. We don't have this privilege. Did we do it? Yes. Was it a mistake? Yes. I apologize for it 100%. But you need to understand that the fact that our fans are seeing us here at the Memorial Cup, they see us as an underdog trying to get the best content possible. That's the truth. We didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. We didn't mean to break any laws. We didn't mean to step on anyone's toes. That's the truth. In order to gain momentum in business, you have to take risks. I took a risk. It paid off, but now I understand I made the wrong decision. And as soon as I said that to him, his voice went back down low, and he goes, Justin, I understand.
That's all he
That's
said.
all he
That's
wanted.
it.
That's all he
That's
wanted.
all he wanted. And he goes, Justin, we wish you the best here. You're more than welcome to stay. Just make sure it doesn't happen again. And he goes at the end, I remember he's like, if you have any questions or anything, just don't hesitate to reach out about the rules or anything like
We
that.
went over with him for beers
So
after.
full story.
did?
So
To the
full
tail
story.
house.
So after the
I don't know for
after Rouen,
Yeah.
after Rouen won, the after party was at the ale house, and we're there. We one,
Our
two,
boy
three,
Heinem.
we're Heinem's there, Dobson's there. They got the cup in there.
Mooseheads end up showing up.
And then this gentleman,
Yeah.
this gentleman was there, and I was at the washroom, or dudes was at the washroom. Someone was
It was
taking a
me.
piss, and he looks to his left, and it's him. And then after we all sat down, me, dudes, and him, and we had a beer, and we chalked it up, and we gave him a big hug. Like we left. It was probably like 4 a.m, and he had to go back to Quebec, wherever, and we just went back home, and we gave him a hug, and we're like, hey man, we'll see you next time down the road. So with the Memorial Cup coming here to St. John, New Brunswick, I hope we get to see this guy again and just what's been new.
I will buy you another beer if you're
Yeah.
listening, for sure.
But anyways, that was just a really big defining moment for the company
good
back
story.
then. Yeah,
Do you remember the other Mem Cup story when my jewel fell down the grate?
I'm not even talking about that. Your jewel and your keys,
Yeah. Car keys.
They
How we
fell
got
down a grate.
because we were sitting up top.
dudes. Like,
I'm not going to talk about the but the keys is crazy. How do you not tell the story when you bring it up? I'll be very quick for you. It's just sitting in they were in my vest that we had on the back of the chair, and it's all grates underneath. And I pulled my vest up, and my keys went flying, and they just went down into the grate.
you got your other beard.
My other beard.
No, that side, like more up this way. There you got it. Go like that. There you got it.
Your other beard.
It was this thing. Like This thing was just stuck to your beard.
Yeah, it's bad
Sorry,
formation.
sorry, keep going.
Anyways, keys went down into the
sweater.
grate, so obviously I'm panicking hard because that's how we got there. That was our that was basically our house was the cruise.
I'm not bussing home.
So I had to go down and get the rink engineer, Jeff. She's like, go down and get the engineer. I'm like, how do I know what an engineer looks like? Does it say?
Rink's packed.
It's the Mem Cup.
It's the Mem Cup.
It's like,
Juiced.
dude,
So the
TSN.
grates, I'm trying to remember, like.
So
know
up
where
in the
this-
press box,
Okay.
right behind the nets, there's like a little bit of red carpet that you walk across, and in behind it is just like those metal grates. So I'd already lost my jewel down there. That's another story. Then my keys go down. So now we can't get out of here. So I don't even know how long it took, but they ended up going up into the ductwork.
I can't believe you found a guy.
Me
couldn't
either. I
believe
just
you.
every person that walked by me that had something to do with Scotiabank, I don't care if it said Scotiabank financial advisor. I was like, hey, I was like, hey, do you know is the rink engineer here? And some people were like, what? I'm like, I know, right? But anyways, the guy went up into the ductwork. He comes down. He goes, is this them? And I'm like, oh my God, let's go.
That's like
Nothing
the
could possibly go wrong anymore, you
That's
know?
the worst nightmare type stuff.
Oh, it was the worst.
Go
And that's
get-
the thing. Like that's happening. So like this guy's up there like bending down, and you got like Bobby Smith walking behind us. So it's like, oh my God.
Chester, were you rattled when that?
Oh, he
I
was so
livid.
rattled.
I was livid. Because the one thing I didn't want to do was stand out.
Yeah.
And just like.
But you wore the red jacket.
I know.
Yeah, but
I
it's
was-
one thing to stand out visual, and it's another thing to stand out and making a scene, you know?
We-
Anyways, man.
But it was for good reasons. My goddamn keys.
How much time are we at right now?